if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
What it do? K-Ball's here. I'm outside because it's really sunny and it's really nice. And sometimes you need a fresh air and a cigar to process things, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I find it amazing how fast people backtrack from shit. You know what I mean? It's an absolute skill set that I wish I had. How in the hell do you backtrack from things, you know? When people realize what really goes on in life, right? So let's take a look at it. Now, originally, this was a clash of this event had a lot of moving parts, and I had a video planned for this. I had an outline created. I'll put it out there for the next the next alliance who wants to actually take full advantage of having a detailed plan how to go about things in a certain way. But when you come from an attack-oriented society where the worlds that do it differently, the ones that have inner peace within their people, they don't mess with the other people, they allow them to grow, get better, and mature in the game, typically lasts a lot longer. And so I'm in two different worlds. I'm in 158 and I'm in 166. I don't spend a lot of time in 166 just because I do a lot of things with this account, learning so I can say, hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. And then I can take my second accounts that are really farm accounts and grow them organically, slow, without spending any money. Because I'm trying to really give you the perspective and understanding of how to go about things. And what I find differently in leadership, I'm finding the people that are not prone to fight or get in skirmishes or attack others, typically it lasts a lot longer. It becomes a more sensible area. There's peace. You don't have to worry about your shit getting stolen. And for the most part, you have protection. Now that I'm transitioning, because I'm learning the seasons, I'm finding there's a lot of drama going on when you have interpersonal situation or interpersonal beefs. And people, like I said in the past, wear their heart on their sleeves and don't want to take, criticism when it's rightfully theirs. Now, I have my faults. I'm an asshole. I'm not likable to a lot of people. But once again, I got gray hairs and none of them is about being liked. Trust me. I've been hated my whole life. That's why you see that little hater at the beginning. But let me just explain these are here. First and foremost, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It's right here, somewhere around here. Take your finger and boop. And then if you want to comment, go ahead and put there. And then there's the sub up. Now, my subscription, my whole idea is to create more videos in season 2 and what I'm learning, what upcoming things, and then what we learned from the digestion of it. So, like I said, I'm getting my formulation correct, and so that way next season I have some standpoints that stand out and go over what you need to know. And so this is a kind of a what you need to know with less energy, because I wasn't able to get the right footage. The only footage I got was us doing things in a way that probably destroy the ecosystem of our planet. And I find it amazing how people are doing some scapegoat shit. The sacrificial lambs and all that good stuff. And, you know, I play in an honest way. I'm straightforward. I'm not going to lie to you unless I don't know something. And if I don't know something, I'm going to tell you I don't know. I'm in a karma lifestyle. Meaning, if I'm doing something covertly to hurt somebody and I'm malicious about it, that's going to be bad negative energy. And that's going to rub off on other people, whether you like it or not. And I've learned that I have the tendency of being able to be abrasive. And growing up as a kid, there was good and bad with it. I mean, I got a lot of butt whoopings as a kid, speaking my mind in honesty. But at the end of the day, people that don't like honesty will typically have a problem with me. And I noticed that. So if you don't like me because I'm brutally honest and I'm abrasive and it hurts your feelings. And now that I'm older, I appreciate that, because that means that's taking you out of your character, right? I play a character here. And my character is a mix between how my dad played and how I play. And I'm the type of person, I talk shit, but I don't really. If I don't like you, I'm just gonna attack you. I'm gonna let you know I don't like you, and I'll be like, let's go. That's it. That's all the talking we need. Let's show it out on the battlefield or whatnot. Now, there's other people. When they don't like you, they pretend like they like you. Then they'll get a whole bunch of people against you and say and spread rumors and lies about you, saying, you know, you're not a team player, you're all about yourself, you're only trying to be popular on YouTube, all that shit, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I went through that in high school 30 years ago. I was a jock, so you couldn't really do nothing to me. If you're a star player, girls are going to like you regardless, and guys hated that. And so I got a lot of that hate growing up in high school. And I got into the military a little bit like that too, because I was in a little cool-ass job where, you know, a lot of people wanted that shit. Still never cared about, you know, being liked. It wasn't my thing. My dad used to tell me when I was growing up, don't worry about people liking you, because there's going to be people that are going to like you regardless. As long as you're honest and straightforward and say it like it is. They might not like you, but at least they can expect the truth from you. And over time, they'll develop well, I don't like that motherfucker because he be saying shit, but at least he's truthful or trying to be truthful, regardless if it hurts your feelings or not. And that's what a true friend would do for you too. They would tell you the truth. They wouldn't lie to you. They'd be like, hey, you're fucking up. So that's the kind of person I try to be and try to portray. At the end of the day, we all wake up the same way. Our eyes open. We're like, oh shit, I gotta do something today. You know what I mean? So this video had all this great information, and now I can't use it because I have no footage of how it's supposed to work. And people are gonna ask, what happened? Oh, throwing people under the bus is not my specialty. But let's just say there was a few individuals that had inside knowledge of how things worked, gave orders, and it backfired. I'm going to say it just like that. It didn't work out the way they had it planned, because typically they probably didn't practice it. Not to mention, they didn't even make this event available for the people that really don't have time to be paying attention to all this great stuff that you need to know about the game. So I was going to go in on people, but they already know who they are. And let's just say you can't walk out of this one, because if you try to walk out of it, you're going to realize you can't. Because remember, what you type is saved for posterity for later. And I'm always recording. I'm always taking notes. I'm always seeing who said what and what was said. They say keep your enemies close, right? But watch out for your frenemies too. Frenemies will say one thing and misdirect you one way and lead you astray in other ways. And I just realized what my dad was talking about. He said, you over here trying to be liked so much. I said, no, I'm not. He said, then why are you having all these sidebar conversations with all these different people and talking all that other stuff? If they can't benefit you in any way, why waste your time with them? It took him dying for me to finally understand it. So, my thoughts. This was supposed to be an interstellar duel, clash of the lands. Of the land, right? Where alliances and their members are able to plunder other tiles from other planets. And it says, upon beginning of the event, settlers can teleport in to the desired dual planet via event portal. Then an R4 leader of the alliance leader or the R4s have the ability to drop the outpost and any unowned tiles on the target planet chosen. Now that makes sense, right? Now, me personally, when you go to a different planet or even when you go to a different country in real life, you gotta declare shit. You gotta let them know you're coming, you know? So that way you could work out some diplomatic solutions so you benefit. Now, going in and disturbing their ecosystem and then definitely doing stuff that doesn't get you points for this event will get you in a position where your alliance chat has very little being said. It messes up your equilibrium and your ecosystem within your alliance. Then you're set back there looking dumb. Now you gotta pay backtrack, and then you gotta point fingers at other people so it doesn't come back to you who made the plan and all those conspirers with you. Now, I'm not in it because I'm not in leadership. I have no power whatsoever. But those same individuals work their way to keep me from being an R4 though. Keep me out of leadership because they don't really want me to be in control because they can't run their shit on me. I ain't going for it. I can't be controlled. If you were straight with me, I'm going to be straight with you. Don't act like I can't tell you don't like me. You can act like you do when I know you don't. Because the feeling is mutual. And when you act petty, I see it. And then I dig on you in side conversations. Not really side conversations, you're in public, but I throw you under the bus. I have nothing to do with it. I just follow orders. That's all I have to say. And then it looks like who's doing it? The leadership. So when their plan fails and fucks up, who's going to be left holding the bag? Well, I see. I see. I know you see. I know you see. You watch my videos. And I was going to put something out. But I waited to see what y'all was going to do, what y'all plan was, and had nothing to do with making any points. all you did was made enemies. Because you wanted to think that you could do something differently and that wouldn't affect the rest of the individuals. Now, let's go in and check out something, shall we? The territorial wars is as seen, and all the people that are looking at it now. Infamous Sergeant got the title back for R5 just recently, so I don't know what the whole transpiring of what the group talks are. But I know I'm not involved in them. And I'm limited in information because if it's stupid, I'm going to tell you that plan is dumb. And I'm going to give you reasons why. And then people get in their feelings like, oh, well, if you could do better, I definitely know I can do better. And that's what you don't want. So, I'm going to put up this video, actually. I've made this video 10 times, and I was going to talk about some things. But how is it that one of the largest alliances, that's to be thought. I mean, appearances look different. But if you're such a large alliance, you shouldn't have had problems dealing with the situation when you made these scenarios. And we'll take a look at this here real quick. I mean, if you look at it on paper, we look bigger than everybody else. Season points is, doing quite well. But at the end of the day, after this, those season points, this total is going to change. All I know is I'm going to do what I do, baby. Can't stop what I do. Because I'm a student of the game. I reach out and ask questions to people so I understand what's going on. So I know I'm up on game. Because we got game here. So this is a message to anybody who has leadership that thinks they can go off and handle everything by aggression. It doesn't work all the time that way. Sometimes you need to have, intelligence to know you might need a diplomatic solution. So I got some information. And the information that I got was a proposal on how you should move within the game. And when I read the proposal, I was like, okay, everybody's getting points. There's a structure. Now, the plan that we had, there was not written out. It wasn't digestible. Hey, take people's tiles and then make sure you burn them because we only want the points here. Okay. And then all of a sudden you start attacking alliance buildings? Let's go back to this real quick, because I didn't see anything about alliance buildings getting you any points. It says tiles. Your outpost. Your outpost is different than your alliance centers or your land management or your research radiation centers. Those are different. They get you no points. So I want to know, people that are out there, if this makes sense. If you know you have an event and you know you have a certain amount of people that are active at a certain time period, wouldn't you want to schedule that? Now, this information was sent on a Monday, and we're getting it as of that day. 5 minutes. Hey, after this, we're going to do this. Be prepared. Okay. So you're telling me you had a week, a little bit more, 5 days to prepare, and the best you can say is, hey, we're attacking other people's tiles. We're going here, take their tiles, and delete them because we want points. Now, I'm looking at it. It makes sense. Yeah, it's not a problem. Hey, whatever. Do whatever. But if you don't have an alliance with certain people, or if you don't have camaraderie about some things, and they reach out to you to help you out and help them out at the same time, that's a mutual benefit. And you look at it as, and you reject it. Now we're sitting back here, hindsight. I don't know what to say, man. I'm confused. I feel like I was let down and bamboozled. How can you recover from this? It's funny, the people that were in leadership all got the points. I mean, it just makes sense. It's interesting how that worked out. I mean, that just goes to show you, you know, when you deal with somebody who makes video and content, and you transpire these things out of thin air, and you throw misdirection, and you collude together and conspire, and then when it backs and blows up in your face, the person who normally gets the most points had the most to gain. It's just like a murder mystery, right? Who do the police go after? The person who gained the most, typically, who had most to gain from the scenario. And who was leadership at the time? Who was the leader at the time? That shows you. Because, I mean, if they didn't have a plan, I don't know. Now, where am I at? I'm number 14 out of the whole deal. I'd love to tell them to say something that I was involved, because if I was involved, I'd be on top too. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a loser. I'm a winner. I'm in the top 5 of everything up in here. So, you don't think I wouldn't have been on top if I had something to do with it? It would just make sense. Because I'm a winner. Winners stay on top. They're in the top 5 always in everything because they have it in their brain to want to be the best. Interesting, huh? Anyway, that was my little rendition of what went down. Now, I was going to give some shout outs. And so I was going to go into my stuff and show my reports of what happened. And I'm just showing, I'm telling my side of the story, and I don't give a fuck about anybody's feelings. If you don't like me telling the truth, stop fucking playing around. Because what you gonna do? I did hit the Alliance Center 3 like I was directed to do. And then all World War III broke out. Shout out to Kiki. She was in there clapping them cheeks. She said she wanted a shout out on English chat. And people all bent out of shape. He got work. I am drunk. Get your ass out of here. You know, I'm doing my business. It's what I do. I kill shit. And then, you know, they hit our structures, hit our subs and kick us out. Anyway, that's why we're sitting over here looking dumb with no points. Except for a few other people, you know what I mean? And if y'all don't like it, stop playing around and being like that. You won't give me no Amazon. You won't give me no content to put out. It's like a clown on you. And have you all up in your feelings, spending a whole bunch of money and hurting your feelings. You spent money to get your feelings hurt. That's what it is. Don't get mad at it. Don't get all up in your fuck that guy, man. Why he has to put us on blast? Because you put everybody else on blast that doesn't agree with you. Then you make scapegoats. And then you do misdirection. Like, it's everybody else. I didn't do nothing. And then you expect me not to put that out on you when I know you don't like me. I've already heard the stories. I am not a team player. I'm all for myself and for my channel. You're right about that. But I'm not all for myself. Because if I was all for myself, I wouldn't even mention this. If I was about myself, I would be about helping other people, creating content that's going to help the future people when they get to this level. And then the leaders that are out there, they're going to reach out and be like, hey man, I like your videos. Because I do get that. I'm getting people, like, if I showed you my comments, and then I'm getting people, hey, how do we come over to you guys? Like, I'm the recruiter. I'm like, look, I'm on R3. You need to talk to leadership. But, you know, I am not fit to be a leader here. Or trustworthy enough to be a leader. Questionable things. And, you know, I'm just a reporter of 158. I bring you the stories that matter. But in my comments or community section, in my posts, I'm going to put in the actual agreement that was originally given. But I made it a little different. I put a story behind it so anybody can use the platform. Now, I'm not going to put anybody else on blast. I'm just, you know, I didn't say no names, but I did show receipts. So just know, any of you that have a problem, that watch my stuff, I know you ain't going to talk to me no more. And shots fired. Don't be trying to backtrack now, because remember, when you're dealing with somebody who deals with videos, you don't think they screenshot things? You don't think they record shit? You think you can double talk your way out of this one? Let me see you do it. I want to see you do it. I challenge those haters or frenemies. I guarantee you ain't going to be able to talk too much. I guarantee you you're going to be limited in what you say going forward after this video. And going forward in the game. Don't think for 1 second. Like I told you, I play chess, not checkers. Y'all did some checker moves and got checked with some checkmate. And I didn't even have to do it. You did it on the largest scale possible. And then you pissed off people. And then you look incompetent doing it. And then whoever you made allies with, making you look like you holding the bag, bruh. Am I laughing at you guys? Fuck yes, I am. You got rid of a dude that was in season 6 trying to call him Ro because he told you he was going to burn one of your people that has a problem essentially looking at other people's stuff and hitting them in the Mars. And then you're going to make him out to be the bad guy. And then where you going to go? Kind of stuck, right? All stuck. So there's two things you could do. Quit or go back on what you said was going to happen. And you know what this guy said. So what you're going to move now? What you going to do now? I'm K-Boss. Petty as fuck on this game. And I'm out.
Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.